afternoon, sir. Welcome to this edition of Uncovering India. Many congratulations to you. Your non-feature film has been selected for screening, getting premiered tomorrow in IFFI 2021. That too in the mental health segment, and your film is on autism spectrum disorder, ASD. So, how do you react to your film getting selected for a stage like IFFI, which is of such an offbeat nature? So, how do you look at it?
See, for me, I would like to start by thanking the parents of these children to have had the confidence and to have had the trust to allow me into their world, to kind of allow me to see how their children are and allow me into their world to understand their world and to understand how their lives are. So that gave me the confidence actually to kind of film this, and I wanted to bring their narratives to the world. And IFFI accepting something like this has come to us as a pleasant surprise, and I felt amazed. I felt honored. I feel honored to be actually able to kind of put this film across to the world, and me being the medium and they being the protagonists of the film, and I'm able to bring this across to the world where they are talking about their lived realities, they're talking about the difficulties they face while raising these children and bringing them to this world.
Mental health in especially mainstream cinema has always been portrayed in a very crude manner, and there's always been an over-the-top portrayal as far as mental health conditions are concerned. You have taken a very sensitive approach and a non-feature film approach to that. So how do you look at this approach, and do you think this kind of portrayal will change, at least set the ball rolling to look at mental health through films in a more sensitive manner?
Yes, of course. To show the real faces, to have a real conversation with these people will help you understand them better. To emulate somebody who is autistic by an actor would be very different from actually seeing them in real. And to hear them as a first-person narrative, to hear these people talk about their everyday reality would bring in a little more or a better understanding of their world than compared to a scripted fictional narrative. And also, when it comes to fiction, I understand that there is a bit of exaggeration that happens because the actor might be trying to emulate something which is different to him. But here it is more real, and it is. I feel that capturing these real moments is much more a better medium to kind of tell the stories of people and the difficulties they face in this world.
Do you think the mainstream filmmakers can or may take a cue from your style of portrayal of mental health, especially in children?
I'm sure that they're great people, they're doing great stuff, but if there is some kind of inspiration that they can get from our film, then I'll be honored, I'll be happy.
So what were the challenges you encountered during this filmmaking? Because it's not easy to first convince the parents and then their children's portrayal. There will be always a certain amount of doubt in the, first of all, in the intention and then the style of portrayal. So how was the process and how challenging it was for you?
Our first challenge was to win the trust of parents. Our first challenge was to tell them that our intentions were right. And the second challenge was to befriend the children. See, the point is they get conscious when such equipment, such lights, so many people, crew come into their space. I would say it is a very protected space that they have. When we walk into their space, they get irritated. They have their own set of problems when they are exposed to such spaces. So it was important for us to be a part of their home. It was important for us to be friends with the child, to understand the child and its environment better. So we took this role, we played this role multiple times. We went to their house, we staged many shoots, we made friends with them, we played with them, we lied on the floor, played with balls and played with a lot of things. And finally, when we felt that this is the moment and we won the confidence of the child, we went, but we did not. So he has already gotten used to the equipment. He's already gotten used to all of us being there. He's already gotten used to a certain kind of conversation that we used to have. So filming became much more comfortable. We made it more comfortable for the children.
But did it make good economics for you? Because time is money in filmmaking as we know it.
Well, to be honest, I did not actually think about economics when I was going on a 15-day shoot spree. But I would say that, yes, I would say that it did help doing the pre-production or doing those research days when we spent with them. That did help us to cut down the number of filming days.
Why did you select this subject? So, why did you select this subject out of so many subjects available across the world? Why autism spectrum disorder?
Well, sir, my children were taught by a teacher who used to come home and teach them piano. So one day I just asked him, while having a conversation with him, he did say that, I teach music to special children. That's when the curiosity meter started moving in me, where I wanted to understand how music is helping them. I wanted to understand how these musical chords would be touching them. I wanted to know more. So hence I went to their houses to start talking about that. Then I realized that there is much more to say. Music is just only one aspect of it which is helping them. There are many other things. And first and foremost thing I would say that a society who is more accepting is what they need than all these little remedies that is being given to them. A more accepting society is what they need, and that will make a big difference to these children and their parents.
It is generally, mental health is always like we tend to label people and have some strange words, terminologies. But children, especially with mental health issues, they are also equally talented and sometimes more talented than the other able children. And it is said that autistic children are far more talented than the other children. So, did you also notice some very interesting talents in these children?
Yes, of course I did. And one of the children in the film could memorize dates. So if you were to ask him when was Diwali in 1997 or 92 or even 83, he's able to tell you. It's because he's got something called, there's a condition which these kids, or rather a certain quality in these children, is something called hyperfocus. So when I say hyperfocus, what I mean by it is that they're not distracted by many things like the way our minds would be distracted. Our minds could think about 10 other things even while I'm giving you this interview, I might be thinking about 10 many other things which might cross my mind. But here, the child is pretty focused on things, and they are very sharp in terms of memorizing these things and keeping them to themselves. And they can give you those dates. So, for example, in this film, the mother considers this a miracle, whereas the father knows that it is something to do with his memory and his ability to hold on to that memory. There is one other incident in the film which I would like to highlight, is that one of the kids during a school function, they were doing the rehearsal on stage, and one of the kids was not doing anything. It was a dance rehearsal and he was not doing anything. But the parents were wondering, like, he may not be able to perform tomorrow. But what happened later is that they noticed that at home he used to see his reflection on TV and he used to do some dance moves. They did not understand what he was actually doing till the time actual function happened. He did every move perfectly. So which means that he wanted his space away from the crowd. He was observant then. He came home, he practiced with himself, and then he performed well. So there are possibilities. There are these sort of possibilities. It's about understanding that, and giving him that space, giving him that time and space to have his moment. If that movement in front of the TV was seen by a third person, I'm 100% sure he might have thought of this child standing in front of a TV which is switched off and dancing as something which is not normal. But here he was practicing. So this misunderstanding and these sort of moments are what I'm highlighting through the film. My whole idea is for the world to understand that people can be different. It's important to accept that people can be different. And being different does not mean abnormal. Being different is different. And that acceptance needs.
Many times we take in our own process of doing something especially offbeat, we tend to take a lot of learnings from what is happening around us while we are doing it. So, do you think you also learned anything in the course of making this film?
I would say I'm more aware. I would honestly say that I'm much more aware about this condition called autism. And I always had many misconceptions in my head, and I'm thankful that these parents allowed me into their houses, tell their stories to me, to bust those misconceptions from my own head and understand. And it helps me raise my children as more sensitive children, to tell them how to accept differences in the society, how to see other children, how to behave with other children who are different from them. So this is, in a way, it's a big learning and a big blessing that I had an opportunity like this to work with these parents.
So what is your message for our viewers through this medium? What would you like to tell them?
I would like to say two things. First, let's start with the title. I named this as In Our World. So through this title, what I mean is that they exist in our world. So our point, what I'm trying to say here is that it's one world, it's our world. Let us accept each other for our differences. Let us stay together with harmony and love, and let us grow together as one. Is my message, I would say, through the title, through the film.
Thank you so much, sir, for speaking to Uncovering India. It was a pleasure talking to you. Wishing you all the very best.
Thank you very much.